Rakuten Trade Head of Research Kenny Yee believes the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank and issues at Credit Suisse Group will not trigger a global financial crisis. He pointed out that at the moment, things are pretty well contained and the world is not headed for a repeat of 2008. Local banks have been battered amid fears of a wider spread of a financial contagion, but Yee said the recent sell-down in the shares of domestic lenders is a knee-jerk reaction. He pointed out that local banks are pretty well shielded from the trauma over in the US and that when things settle down, prices of Malaysia's banking stocks should recover. Investors should therefore stay invested amid the panic selling. Amid this volatility, Yee said he wouldn't be surprised if foreign funds headed back to the Asia market over the next couple of months. With prevailing low valuations as the region's star attraction, he believes Malaysia will enjoy some spillover effects, providing the much required liquidity in the market. The research house expects the FBM KLCI to touch 1,630 by end 2023. Top Glove Corp has started to raise its average selling prices, but analysts do not expect it to return to profitability soon as the adjustment is not yet enough to fully offset cost increases. Top Glove recently announced its third quarterly loss at 164.67 million ringgit, which was below analysts' expectations. In light of the results, Hong Leong Investment Bank Research cut its profit forecasts for Top Glove for FY 2023 to FY 2025. It projects that the group will post a wider net loss of 409.2 million ringgit for FY 2023 from an estimated 274.2 million ringgit. For FY 2024, it expects a net loss of 66.3 million ringgit against a previous net profit estimate of 74.4 million ringgit. For FY 2025, it sees a smaller net profit of 174.3 million ringgit against an estimated net profit of 182 million ringgit previously. Meanwhile, MIDF Research lowered its FY 2023 forecast for Top Glove to a net loss of 503.6 million ringgit from its previous estimate of 55.7 million ringgit in earnings. It lowered its forecasts for FY 2024 by 46% and FY 2025 by 3%. According to Bloomberg data, there are 16 sell calls, 5 hold ratings and 1 buy recommendation on Top Glove, with a 12-month average target price of 66 cents. At the close, Top Glove's shares rose 9.6% to 91.5 cents for a market capitalization of 7.51 billion ringgit. The businessman known as Datuk Roy continues to be remanded to assist an MACC probe into the Jana Wibawa scandal. Previously remanded for 3 days from Tuesday and released yesterday, he was brought to court again and had his remand extended by 4 days until next Monday. Lawyer Fahmi Abdul Moin confirmed this with The Edge. He explained that his client had been rearrested by MACC Putrajaya for another related case yesterday. Introduced in 2020 by then PM Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, the Jana Wibawa program was a scheme to assist Bumiputra contractors after the COVID-19 pandemic. Investigations into the program have led to the charging of some Bersatu leaders, including Muhyiddin himself, Tasik Gelugo MP Datuk Wan Saiful Wan Jan, and Segambut Deputy Division Chief Adam Radlan Adam Muhammad. Earlier this month, the MACC also reportedly arrested 4 people, including an MACC officer and a woman, who were alleged to have solicited and accepted a bribe of 400,000 ringgit to prevent an investigation into the program. Bursa Malaysia Securities issued an unusual market activity query on AAX after its share price and trading volume rose sharply. The counter surged as much as 26.24% to hit a high of RM1.78. It later pared gains to close at RM1.68, still up 19.15%, giving it a market capitalization of RM688.59 million. Some 43.86 million shares were traded, significantly higher higher than its average daily volume over a one-year period of 1.51 million. The counter has been on the ascent over the past 3 weeks, rising 147.06% from February 21st's close of 68 sen. In response to Bursa's query, the carrier said that except for the ongoing development of its proposed regularization plan, it is not aware of any other corporate development, rumour or report which may account for the unusual market activity. On February 21st, AAX posted a net profit of 153.48 million ringgit for the sixth quarter of the financial period 2022, a six-fold jump quarter-on-quarter on the back of record average fare, higher load factor and a sharp rise in passengers carried. Quarterly revenue rose threefold to 339.3 million ringgit. Country Heights Holdings has failed to complete the acquisition of the 10-storey The Heritage Tower at Mind's Wellness City after its units failed to pay 90% of the purchase consideration on time. In a bourse filing, Country Heights said Country Heights Sea Resort was unable to proceed with the completion of the 44.1 million ringgit deal after it failed to pay the outstanding balance of 39.69 million ringgit. It said its request for an extension of time to make the balance consideration payment was rejected by Maybank and is now exploring all available legal options in response to the situation. Last November, Country Heights Sea Resort inked an MOU to acquire the office tower after its bid succeeded at a public auction. Maybank is the appointed licensed auctioneer of the public auction. Shares in Country Heights ended unchanged at 37.5 sen, giving the group a market value of 110.31 million ringgit.